I wanted to have a USGA championship in Nebraska long before we had a golf course that was capable of it.
Mark Passy with the USGA asked me, is there any place in Nebraska that could host an event like this?
It was mostly pointing Tim Flaherty and the USGA staff toward Omaha and saying, let's take a look.
I met Patrick Duffy at the 06 Senior Open down in Hutchinson, Kansas. He asked me to come up and take a look.
And that was the final part for the USGA. They sent some folks in to look at the golf course.
If the golf course is not good enough for a Senior Open or one of our other USGA championships, it's the end of the story.
This is a great championship golf course, and this would be a great test for the best players in the world.
We were impressed early on that this would be a pretty unique site for the Senior Open.
The USGA is the governing body of the game of golf. We're not the business of golf, we're the game of golf.
I love playing in their events. When you get there, you're going to have a quality event, you're going to have a quality golf course, and you're going to have what is right for a major championship.
There's a lot of good courses that we play over and over, and you know your way around. You've been there 10, 20 times, and that's fun. But it's also nice to go to a new place, especially when it's a well-designed golf course.
I can't think of one that they really pick a slouch golf course. They're usually our golf courses with a lot of tradition. And not only the golf courses are a lot of history, but the USGA itself is a lot of history.
When a player pulls into the parking lot and they see it's a USGA event, they know it's going to be hard.
USGA is known to set up the courses very difficult, very demanding.
We want it to be a stern test, and so it is different because it's harder, and that's the way we want it.
We try to present a balanced challenge each of the 4 days. The first hole on Thursday is no less important than the final hole on Sunday.
There's very little, I think, luck involved in this event. It's an event where you really have to strike the ball solidly and keep it in front of you.
Par 5s turn into par 4s, and all of a sudden you have a different monster on hand.
It's 4 rounds of very competitive golf. The golf course standards are very high. Normally the greens are firm, the fairways are narrow, the rough is high, and you have the best players from around the world, playing in that championship.
I was at Omaha for about 10 minutes, and I felt like we should be coming here with the Senior Open.
What I knew of the golf course before I got here was that it was one of the last projects that Perry Maxwell had ever touched.
There's something magical about those old-time architects, Alistair McKenzie, Donald Ross, Perry Maxwell. These guys, they worked the land.
If I do my work really well, I'd like to think that no one really knows what I've done.
You don't recognize it as a Keith Foster golf course, it's still a Maxwell golf course.
Championship golf courses have championship contoured greens, and these are old Perry Maxwell championship greens.
I think it's important to play golf courses in venues where it shows skill.
We have no control where the ball's going to stop, then the scores go way up, and par becomes a good number, and that's what the USGA likes.
It should be about honoring the history and the pedigree of your club, and it should honor what Maxwell did here.
And the USGA has always been the prize that we've all looked for.
This is the Formula One over here. It's exactly the Formula One playing in America.
When you win any event, but particularly like a Senior Open, let's face it, most of our career is in that rearview mirror.
I've played every Senior Open since 1986, the year that I won the Senior Open.
So if you win a USGA event, you played very well.
So I think it becomes more important. It becomes something that is more heartfelt because you may not have that opportunity again.
They call it the mulligan in our career. We play the PGA Tour and we play in the US Open, but if you don't have a chance to win one of those, it gives us another stab, another bite at the apple, so to speak.
Fantastic atmosphere is great to play golf.
For me, it's one of the best tours in the world playing here because the feel is strong. The course, I feel like a king over here.
Nobody skips a US Open or a USGA event. They don't skip it, so you're going to see the best of the best in Omaha.
Make no mistake, this is an international event. It'll be seen in over 110 countries. It's got 14 hours of network coverage. This is a big deal.
We see fans out there as young as 8 or 9 years old and as old as 80 or 90 years old because golf's a game for a lifetime.
Kids 17 and under get in for free with a ticketed adult. First row of every grandstand will be reserved for kids.
We take time to, sign autographs, treat our fans well, treat our sponsors well, and do things on top of just playing golf that are often not done on the regular tour.
We really want to make it a huge deal and a wonderful experience for the fans, wonderful experience for the players, and certainly for the corporate supporters as well.
You get a lot of people that want to come out and support the event.
You've got your Omaha Country Club membership, people from other clubs to Marshall Holes, people from Lincoln, Nebraska can come and volunteer.
They're here because they love the game, and that, I think, is the essence of golf.
The Omaha Country Club has been there forever, and it's still great. In fact, it's greater now than it's ever been.
The most important thing to remember is that sportsmanship is really the common denominator.
We've had so many great role models for us, and we now need to be the role models for the next generation.
It's going to be a great venue, a great week, because I know it's going to be a huge deal for Omaha.